that I was pregnant, like you could not tell.
There was one time that I felt nauseous. The only reason why I remember it is because I did have a dentist appointment. I had to cancel it. But I thought I had the flu. And that would have been early on. That would have been, you know, when she was first conceived, somewhere in that time. Other than that, I didn't have any...
Tony never showed any sign of or indication of having nausea at all. She was the same person every single day. Tony never had any weird food cravings at all. I mean, we basically have our 2 coffees in the morning, we go to work, we have lunch, we come home, we have supper, and might have a snack in the evening. That was it. There was no indications.
I had no tenderness in my breasts, and they weren't swollen at all. Constantly had heartburn. It was terrible. Every night, no matter what I would eat, I would have heartburn. And I you know, what has changed in my diet to cause this all the time? You know, I thought maybe it was drinking soda or eating deep fried food or anything. I was trying to change everything, and it was just constant, and I could not get rid of it.
14 months later, the couple who had been told they could never have children are parents to healthy baby Marissa.
Seeing Tony now, I mean, you can't wait to smile off her face. She's enlightened.
We consider Marissa a blessing. We consider her a miracle. It's just everything that you never thought you always wanted happened.
After the break.
You are in active labor.
What? I can't believe this is happening to me. I'm 19 years old.
For when we go out with the boys.
I like it.
At 19, she had no plans for children.
I always wanted to be married first, stable in my career, and start having kids when I was like 23 or 24.
I wanted her to get a college education and to be an agriculture teacher.
Unfortunately, Erin wasn't diligent about using birth control.
We would use condoms every now and then if we thought about it.
Okay, baby. No, you hang up. Oh, I love you.
So?
It's like we realized that we were in love.
Erin's menstrual periods had always been erratic.
They'll have a period in the beginning of the month and then at the end of the month. Sometimes a heavy one, sometimes a light one.
So when she only had some light spotting in October 2007, she thought little of it.
So it just comes and goes as it pleases. It has a mind of its own.
Right here. Oh, bam.
That winter, Erin believed that her partying might be taking a toll when she started getting what she thought were hangovers.
I did experience some nausea after nights of heavy, heavy drinking. And that next morning, I would throw up and go on my way.
Her student lifestyle seemed to be causing other changes too.
I quit working out, I quit eating healthy, so I just started to gain weight.
Ugh, pizza again?
Everyone says you gain the freshman 15.
We're really about to eat that whole pizza.
We figured it's fast food, that was what was causing the weight.
But Erin's weight gain was extreme. By Christmas, she'd put on about 30 kilos.
Oh, I was so frustrated. As a mother, you never, ever stop worrying about their health.
After a tumultuous year, she finally went home for the summer. But on June the 23rd, Erin awoke feeling more pain than she'd ever experienced in her life.
My back's really hurting right now. What do you mean? What's wrong, honey?
I just got these god-awful, horrible cramps, the worst I've ever felt. I was just crying.
Her mother gave her a heated pad to treat what they both believed were menstrual cramps. By Friday, Erin felt well enough to spend the night at a friend's house, 140 kilometers away.
As the week went on, they started to kind of calm down a little bit, more like my normal cramps. So I was just expecting my period to come.
Hey, so what's going on, girls?
I told her I don't think you should go, but Erin convinced me that she felt better.
At 2 o'clock the next morning, Erin was jolted out of her sleep by overwhelming pain.
Almost like somebody was like stabbing knives in my lower back. I didn't really think it was with my period anymore. My worst fear was that there was something seriously medically wrong with me.
She phoned her mother in panic, unable to imagine what could be wrong with her. A burst appendix? A kidney infection?
Mommy?
Erin, what's going on?
Something must have clicked onto my mind.
Did you get your period yet?
No.
Melissa then asked her daughter an awkward question.
Is there any way you could be pregnant?
I was like, no way.
I think you should get a pregnancy test.
Oh my God, are you okay? And I'm gonna be there for you, and I know you're scared.
Came up positive. What wasn't going through my mind? I can't believe this is happening to me. I'm 19 years old. I'm not done in college. I can't afford a baby.
You wanna text her? Send her a text.
I texted my mom, so I was too scared to call her and tell her.
When Erin's mother received the message, she immediately thought that she knew what was causing the pain.
Mommy?
I understand now why you've had all that pain.
You may be having a tubal pregnancy.
You need to get to the hospital now.
A tubal or ectopic pregnancy occurs when the fetus grows outside the womb. A dangerous condition for the mother and an untenable one for the fetus. Erin rushed to hospital while her mother raced to meet her.
I can't even describe all the different emotions. You're upset. Everything is just in a total uproar.
So, Erin, how far along do you think you might be?
And I was like, well, I'm guessing I'm a month long.
And when did you start having cramps?
Erin was immediately admitted.
I didn't know what to think. I just want to make the pain stop.
Okay. You are in active labor.
I'm in what?
You are full term, and you are ready to deliver. We're going to get you down to delivery.
And I just found out I was pregnant. Now you're telling me that I'm about to give birth.
Melissa joined her daughter in the delivery room. There, the doctor broke Erin's waters.
I would definitely have to measure the pain from a scale of 1 to 10, like 30.
I was in total shock.
Erin had received no prenatal care. She had also drunk heavily.
The worst case scenario of not having any prenatal care is that you could have a fetal demise due to some medical complication that arises during the pregnancy.
There was no time to determine the health of the baby.
My fear was that the baby was gonna die, or we were both gonna die.
My only concern was to help her when the contractions would come and trying to get them to pass easily.
By now, the contractions were just off the scale.
Come on, honey.
There you go. Good. Now another big push.
Another one more. Come on. Let's go.
Push. Okay, let's do another one. Yes. You can do this. All right, we've got it. We've got it. We've got it. And the boy.
After almost 12 hours of labor, Erin delivered her baby.
I was crying because I was scared that I had done something to hurt the baby, that the baby wasn't gonna come out okay.
Look at that little boy.
So beautiful.
Everything in that 12-hour period is a total blur.
Grandma, want to cut the cord?
There's just so much emotions going on.
Melissa cut the cord. The baby was immediately taken away to be examined.
And I thought of everything I'd been doing and how it could affect the baby's life. I felt horrible.
The newborn boy was considered full term at 39 weeks and found to be perfectly healthy.
Words can't even describe how appreciative I am. He's here and he's healthy and I'm healthy. His name is Leslie, after a very good family friend of mine who was killed in a car accident.
Hello?
So how could Erin have not known that she was pregnant?
Honestly, and there's nothing that Erin portrayed to me or anyone else that would, in hindsight, I could look back and say, oh my gosh, there was a sign that she was pregnant.
Seeing people walking around with their big pregnant bellies, you don't think it could happen, but it happens more often than people think. I'm not some crazy lunatic that it happened to.
Oh, thank you. Look at that family.
Erin believes that she conceived after having unprotected sex in September 2007.
If a couple's not using birth control, their chance of conceiving in 1 year may be as high as 90%.